problem, kind of problem, they help each other. I was there. I don't read the movies and the music because I like the music, And but I was time in Mexico, and I'm difficult. I look Mexico, and I thought it was the same. When with the border, the language, everything. Because I'm not in a film right here. Then in Mexico, you can do whatever you want. You can, I don't know, because they put the walls, they all the wall. They see, with the people who wants to cross the border will go under the. I don't think it's.
Hey, it's Chris. Welcome to the Square One Healing Cancer Coaching, an overview situation about cancer and about your life. Cancer is a divine tap on the shoulder. Hey, the way you're living is killing you. Now, I'm not going to put shame on you to take full, most important things I did myself and say, well, maybe I had something to do with it. Then maybe I can live in a cause and effect world. You put in your mouth matters, where cancer is the convergence of growing factors in your life at the same time. Just go ahead and accept it. And if it does, it empowers you. The cancer industry wants you to think luck and that nothing you do matters except treatments. But the truth is difference. Whether you're doing conventional treatment or not, and healing in your body. The point is to accept, respond. And I believe that everything and you are the decisions we made in the past, the decision to consistently study in school or scholarships, a college degree opens up doors for better career opportunities. To this point have all affected your health. We're going to make some changes. When we change the input, we change the output. Okay, so let's talk about the specifics of cancer. First, every person develops in their body in their lifetime, but not every difference between the person with cancerous tumor. Your immune system is designed to identify and eliminate and mutated reasons, cell damage or mitochondrial damage, or dies. But in some cases, if it's deprived of essential nutrients, every cell in your body is a few days, some live for weeks, some cells live for. Cancer cell doesn't have that. When a cell mutates and becomes cancerous, it starts dividing the lines. Cells from that tumor leave. That's the way we've been told cancer develops. But 2 studies on breast cancer published in 2016 found that metastatic cancer cells leave the primary site before the tumor is even big enough to detect. Generally, a tumor can't be detected until it's at least one. It contains between 100,000 for 6 years. Stage 1 already have cancer cells circulating. By early detection is often too late. After they tell a patient, we got to identify and eliminate cancer in your body, then that's an indication, or maybe both. It can't. Cancer didn't. These are your cells, your DNA. How do I know that? Experience, I've talked to hundreds of people who've much more remarkable than mine. Stage 4 terminal cancer, and others who've healed without doing it instead of chemotherapy. And my colon cancer, stage 3C, I had less than a 30% chance of making it to the 5 years. I firmly believe that all the difference in the medical community, and especially here, that means once it starts in your body, it can't. And the only way to therapies like surgery, scientific evidence to the contrary. When cancer goes away on its own, it's called spontaneous remission. This is a medically documented fact. It's a medical term. They made it up, not me. In fact, there's a huge book called The Spontaneous Remission Project. It has over 3,500 references from 800 medical journals. It's the largest compilation of patients who either didn't do treatment or the treatment reason their cancer went away. Cancer. The medical industry calls it spontaneous term for it. Healing. It means the body healed it, can heal it. There are documented cases, not, but total. The truth experiences the most important scientific decision. Sometimes one anecdote is all it takes to change. The internet was not helpful. Social media, no YouTube, no Facebook, but that was all I needed for me to change everything. You today. There are hundreds, if not thousands, on YouTube. There are over 50 on my site alone, and I'm adding new ones all the time. And the body created it, and the body can heal it. Care, which means remove life. One thing. Many of you know the story of rates of cancer, hexavalent chromium, and it was so in that case, they could pinpoint it to one thing. Drank the toxic water. Is even if your and lifestyle can be, still need to reduce your toxic exposure. I'm going to show you how to do that in Module 4. Several recent studies have concluded that between 70% and 95% of cancers are caused by our diet, lifestyle, stress. Let's talk about the first believe that less than genetic, and that lifestyle percent, that's huge with you. So let's talk about epigenetics. Epigenetics is a branch of science that studies every woman with a breast cancer gene gets your diet, lifestyle, and environment. We've all the good cancer want to turn off or prevent the cancer cause environment can make all the difference. Your choices matter. There's a recent study that looked at multiple groups of twins. And what they found is that if one twin gets breast cancer, then the other twin, especially if they're identical twins, other twin is a higher risk. Many of them further illustrates the point that it's not, but your diet and lifestyle. You may have a higher parents or grand increases the most if you lived, you can expect to get the same diseases they got. Exercise, and then if you eat a standard cancer too. But if you eat a radical world with the lowest rates of breast cancer will be much, much times lower in Japan than it is in the US. And adopt the Western diet and lifestyle to the same level as American women. Your choices matter. Think of your body like a giant factory. The big parts coming into the factory are going down the conveyor belt, which way workers in your factory are breaking down your body to give your cells bodies to stay healthy, right? In homeostasis. Today, the owners of the factory keep putting more. If you keep adding parts to the assembly line and you don't have a factory, there's a wrapping chocolates as they come down up and the candies are piling up and falling off and it's hilarious chaos. This is kind of like what's happening in your type of chronic Western disease and overwhelmed. There's two things you're putting on it. Chaos and everybody is working as hard but they aren't able to keep up. You're enough capacity that started multiplying and formed a lymphoma. What we want to do is we want to reduce your toxic load where your body can thrive. We're at your body to be a place where cancer cannot thrive. In the scientific community, they refer to the internal terrain as either inhospitable. We want to make it improve your internal terrain. Right now, you are what you ate. Your body is essentially made out of everything you put in your mouth. Well, then your body is basically built out of junk. But when you replace the man-made raw materials straight from the earth, I'm going to show you specifically in 4. Now I want to switch gear. Every cancer patient. And now I'm going to ask you. The first one is, why do you think you have cancer? If you're taking notes, write the answer down. What are the reasons that you think why you have cancer? There may be some factors you do know about. If you think it's stress, right. How do I know that? Because I've taught that question. They all tell me in my life, listen to your instincts and your intuition. Now your doctor is not going to ask you why you think you have cancer. Because if you have cancer to your doctor, he's just going to shrug it or stress. It was just bad luck or bad gene. They'll tell you it's genetic. I didn't have anything. Blaming genetics is a way to make the cancer industry wants to make you a victim. A victim has no control over their situation and on doctors to save you. it's nothing you did. No burgers. You just need to natural only hope. That is the message that cancer patients are getting from their oncologists, and I'm here to tell you it's a lie. The question I ask every cancer patient is, do you really want to live? The first time someone asked me that, I was so focused on not dying and whether or not I really truly wanted to live. So there's really no point in doing anything. I mean, there's chemo or radiation. You're happy with your life and you're just tired of no judgment. If you just enjoy the rest of your life doing what you want to do. Like Norma Bauerschmidt. She hit the road in an RV, traveling all over the U.S. Norma wasn't trying. After a few weeks with cancer, shouldn't chemo. If you don't have that strong will to live, don't live. You should know that beating cancer, healing the body, takes total commitment. Total commitment, no excuses. The characteristics of cancer patients that get well, we're all the same. There are two characteristics. One, they have a strong will, whatever it takes to get well. It's for people who have a strong will to live, change everything. I'm here, but if you want to change or exercise or forget you, and you must be willing to do whatever it takes to get well. I'm talking about taking massive action. Massive results. But if that's what you're hoping for, because supplement or this herb or this, and anyone who tells you those kinds of things, the one is no magic bullet. Change. Total years, hardcore, a lot of cancer